Changed My Life, a vlog by Angelina. This moment completely changed my life, and my mom's too. It was an incident that flashed before our eyes. We were on a girls' vacation trip out of state to spend time with our family we don't get to see but once a year. Me and my mama went on our trip to go to Kentucky, Ohio, and Michigan. We planned on staying on vacation for 2 weeks, and it ended up being a little over a month. We were at my cousin's house in Michigan when the situation happened. On the sixth day of vacation, my mom fell down 4 steps out the back door. The steps weren't flat and were angled. My mom's knee started to bleed through her leggings. My cousins asked if she was okay, and she said she was. She thought she could get up because she felt no pain, but she couldn't. And then she pulled her leggings up to see that below her knee was split open. Then her adrenaline was wearing off, and she started being in pain. My cousin Olivia asked, "Do I need to call an ambulance?" My mom said no, that she needed to get in the car to go to the hospital. But it wasn't going to happen because Mama couldn't get up. When I saw her knee, my first reaction was I almost threw up. Then I ran to her car, getting on her phone, trying to call one of my friends because I was worried and freaking out. There was an answer, and I tried to call my dad next. He answered, and I explained what happened to Mama, so he was informed. While I was in the car, Olivia called the ambulance and was on its way. I stayed in the car crying, freaking out, scared what was going to happen next. The ambulance arrived 20 minutes later, and I was still in Mama's car. I couldn't keep myself together and stayed in the car until Olivia came to get me because Mama wanted to see me. I ran back to the house. My mom was in the ambulance. I hopped in the ambulance, talking to my mama and crying. She said I'll be okay and I don't need to worry. We continued our talk for a little longer, then I had to get out because the paramedics had to give her medicine. They gave her a shot, and it was strong. We had a laugh after my mom got the shot. The paramedics opened the back door, and my mom said, "What's up, y'all? We're going to have a good time with this. We don't need to be sad. It's all good. I feel good." But when she said that, she sounded like she was hyper and hysterical. We busted out laughing, so we weren't as upset. Then she had to be driven to the hospital, so they shut the doors. My other cousin Devin pulled up with her baby in the car. The original plan was to have me, my mama, my cousin Joey, Olivia, and Michael, Devin, baby second cousins Adeline and Cecilia to go see my Papa Chet, Aunt Kathy, Aunt Great Grandma out in Ohio. Joe and Olivia are Adeline's parents because they had her when they were engaged. So I quickly explained what had happened to Devin, and she became worried. She asked if she needed to meet us at the hospital, and I told her yes. But then Olivia said that only she was going to go and that we needed to stay at her house. Devin left going somewhere, and I stayed home with Joey, Michael, and Joey's daughter, Adeline. My mom stayed overnight in the hospital for days, and Olivia came back home late in the night. In the past, Devin, Olivia, and Devin's mom, Courtney, got in a car wreck. Courtney passed away, Olivia's legs were paralyzed, and Devin was also hurt. It was a sad time, because when that happened, it was less than a week we got home from being on vacation there. But I stayed home with the boys and my baby cousin, Alan, until Olivia came back. We hung out watching movies, cooking, and eating junk food. It distracted me from worrying about my mama. Olivia was amazing, and she knew how my mama felt because she had gone through the same pain with her legs. Mama stayed in the hospital for 3 or 5 days, and she finally came back home to Olivia's house. She was told to keep her leg level, change the Honey Medic strip, and bandage every day. It was a long process with her wound. It was a 9-inch gash right under her knee. It turned into a 43-day trip rather than the 15-day trip we planned. The Michigan hospital told her what to do and had her go to a checkup after 2.5 weeks. There were some struggles with medical help because we weren't residents of Michigan and were from out of state. But my mom had frequent checkups at the doctors, but her wound wasn't healing like it should have. The healing process was going really slow for her, even with the treatment every day, and it wasn't supposed to take so long. For the first 3 weeks, my mom was chair-bound with her leg, and she was helped by everyone in the house. We all helped Mama with serving her food and going up the steps to the only bathroom in the house. I got to go out with my cousins and had a lot of fun. I went 4-hour tubing on a river and had a good time on a float and just standing out in the sun. I loved being up there, and the weather was perfect. It was great, and it wasn't too hot or cold for the entire time we were there. There were a lot of things we did with our family, but we were finally able to go home. My mom's leg was somewhat healed, but needed attention. She asked one of our friends in the neighborhood that was a nurse. She helped Mama clean the wound, change the bandages, and taught her how to do it herself. But she came over checking on Mama a few times and provided medical stuff for the wound. After the help from Christina, our neighbor, Mama's leg started healing faster. The difference was Mama changed the bandaging for the wound after 2 or 3 days instead of every day. She also had it unwrapped so it could breathe. Healed up by now and left scarring. The process of its healing took a long time, and it changed my life because it was super scary. But that's what changed my life and family vacation in 2020. The end.